everybody. This beautiful morning in Warsaw. Welcome in M365 Saturday Pune. Okay, the first hard word. Today I will talk about how to build marketing teams in Microsoft Teams. My name is Marcin Siewnicki. I'm from Warsaw, Poland. I work as a Microsoft 365 consultant. I'm also community speaker and one of the team of SharePoint Saturday Warsaw organizers. And yeah, I focus mostly on teams, on modern workplace and stuff behind how you work currently in remote world, in modern workplace, in Microsoft platform. So I focus on Teams, SharePoint Online because I'm SharePoint guy. I've been doing SharePoint from 2005, so it's or 2006, so it's a lot of time, a lot of SharePoint time. And I'm also a fan of automation. So if I can automate something, I will. So there's, and in today's session, I will show you how to automate a few things if you for marketing purposes. Okay, quick agenda. So first, Teams as a platform concept, why it's important and why should you care about it. Then a few things about communication, how to use communication features in Teams for marketing purposes. Then a little about files, how to store files, what you can get from Teams. Tasks, how to manage tasks only in Teams. And the biggest two parts, applications and automations. Those two sections connect together and works together. What kind of application you can find in Teams for marketing and how to automate some marketing tasks. So first, Teams as a platform. Well, we have a Teams, that's okay. In Teams, you can find communication area, meetings, a lot of features for meetings, files, so file storage, co-authoring, versioning, etc. There's also a lot of third-party or Microsoft created by Microsoft applications ready to use in Teams. There's some ready-to-use processes and applications for approvals. And most advanced, I think, part for calls. So you can use Teams as voice over IP platform. You can call using your phone number. But these are features, yeah, only features that you can find in any different platform. Currently, of course, during pandemic, we focused on communication and meetings because it's, yeah, if you work from home remotely, those two features areas are most needed. But Teams is something bigger than only set of features for chats, meetings, even storing files. Because we can connect external data sources, a lot of different types of external data sources. There's a lot of possibility to automate something using Teams and show that in Teams, like business process, and show that process in Teams, automate some tasks inside Teams, but those automation can interact with external world, external services. We can use Teams as a center for reporting and showing KPIs for management, for finance, etc. We can connect external services, and I think it's the biggest part because we can connect a lot of external services online and even on premises if we know how to do this. So, and the last one is custom applications. We can use Power Platform to build a custom application, but we can also create our own custom application from scratch using Visual Studio or any other service or other application, and using an example Azure services to host that application and connect it to Teams. And using all of these features, external data sources, reporting capabilities, external services, custom applications, we can create or put all or most of our current application into one environment, into one application, into Teams. So you can use Teams as a main tool, and from that tool you can use tasks or other stuff that we use every day to without switching to different windows, different tools, different even VPNs on locations. We can use all of stuff from all of our jobs from one single window, and that's why we should think about Teams as a platform, not as a tool for chats or for meetings, but about something bigger that we can use, build something, connect our stuff together, and use this as one ultimate tool. Okay, so what about marketing purposes, marketing tasks, and communications? Communication in Teams. Of course, we can very basic stuff, personal and group chats. That's I think that if you are using Teams, so you probably know and use chats and groups, but we can also use audio and video calls during one-on-one meetings, during group chats, online meetings. We have channel chats and meetings. That's something bigger, but we can create a marketing team inside Teams, and then talk about marketing stuff inside Teams, inside that team. Then meetings, very important part, because we spend a lot of time on meetings, and if we want to create a webinar or meeting with customer, we can do this in Teams. Currently, we have quite nice set of features in Teams for meetings, but a lot of new features should come next 1, 2, maybe 3 months. And live events, currently we can use live events for huge webinars, used from time to time. It's okay, but there's some limitations, and it's some delay because it's communication only in one way. Presenter can show something, speak, and attendees can consume that event with some delay, but they can't enable the microphones and ask questions, only type on chats, and that's all. So it's in fact one-way communication with some feedback loop, but only using chat. And yeah, webinars. This feature should be available in next, I think, 2 or 3 months. There will be a lot of features, not a lot of functions ready to use and dedicated for webinars. So you will be able to create a form, a registration form for your webinar. So attendees can provide the information. They will get an email notification about with link to that webinar, and during webinars will be simple online meetings, so something between meetings that you can use, or like this one, and live events. So if we if our attendees come to our meeting, if it's small meeting below 1,000 attendees, it will be classic online meeting when everyone can speak, everyone can share camera and content. But if number of attendees will be bigger than 1,000 users, it will switch automatically to live event type. So it will be automatic, no configuration. So it'll be much easier to manage meetings, manage webinars, and you won't need care about if it's live events. If I need live event or maybe meeting would be enough. No, it will be all automatic. So it's pretty nice feature. And my favorite feature, favorite setting for working with marketing, and in fact every single type of work. So work with external users and guests. because you can assign, you can invite external user, external guests from your marketing agency, maybe creative agency, whatever. So external people can come to your team and work with you, share some stuff, type messages. So it's very easy to use. If you go to Teams, where's my Teams? So I can quickly make it a little bigger. This is my marketing team. So I can quickly go add member and type anyone I want. Yeah, this is my business email, so I can type it here, add, and that's it. I just invited a guest user from outside of my organization, and that user can go chat, send files, read those files, and work together with our team. It's very important because we don't need to switch to different type of tool or even send hundreds of emails to our customers, to our partners, to share information and even via files. We can put all communication into one place, but very nice feature to remember, because some type of communication required emails. But if you want to put or keep all this stuff inside Teams, we can use this feature, get email address for channel. So if I send this email address to my partner or to my customer vendor, so they will be able to use that email address to send messages, email messages, directly to my Teams channel. So if I want to keep all email communication in one place in Teams, I can share this email with my partners, and they will send emails for some formal information, maybe, or some other stuff that they need to use they need to send emails to this address, and this message will be created in this channel by Teams. So I don't need to do anything. All communication will be stored inside Teams. So I mostly won't need to touch Outlook. And channel sharing, yeah, very important feature, because currently it might be a problem for some people. If I build a marketing team and I want to share it with external users, I can share entire team. So every single guest user will get access to all my channels, all files in my channels, etc. So I share every single thing in my team. If I want to hide something, I must create private channel. So I invite all people that work with marketing in one team, and then inside create a lot of channels for different type of work, and then I can create a private channel, maybe for finance purposes, maybe for something that I need to hide from my guest users. So share entire marketing team for guests, and then create a private channel inside. And yeah, it's common practice, but you must know that you can't share one specific channel to your external people. It's all stuff inside is shared by default. But channel sharing feature is coming soon. Next few months, it will be available as part of Microsoft Viva. So we will be able to share one specific channel. So if I go to my Teams, and let's say I want to share with my partner this content, or maybe Twitter channel. So I will be able to click and select specific option, dedicated option for that, and share only this one channel without sharing entire team to my colleagues, to my partners, vendors, marketing agencies, etc. So It's very very big feature, and it will change a lot. Okay, let's move. My mouse is a little bit slow today. And yeah, this is a screen from webinar feature, so users will be able to fill up form for webinars, and we will be able to create that invitation, that form directly from team and directly from meeting options. Yeah, so it will be a webinar section and create everything inside Teams. Okay, next part, files. It's pretty easy, but you should know about a few things. First, it's a great place to store files in Teams, because behind Teams we have SharePoint and OneDrive, and there's a limit for each file. So you can upload up to 2,250 gigabytes per file. So it's a huge number. But for marketing, it's very important because you can store huge marketing files, videos, raw data, PSD files, etc., in one place. You don't need to keep it on your computers or maybe on external devices or some external shares. Yeah, I meet it on every single customer, so they have dedicated shares with huge storages, and keep all stuff on that storage. And if something happened or it's gone, or permissions are very complex, and it's really hard to manage. But using Team as a storage for your files, for your work, for marketing, it's a great idea, because using Teams and external access, you can invite your external partners to simply save their files on the SharePoint on Teams. So you don't need to download it from somewhere, from links from the web, and you can ask them to save all data inside this marketing team. It's a great idea, and I try to use it in every single project, because it's a great feature. And yeah, we'll have to forget about that. Coautouring, it's pretty straightforward, because we can, if we use Office files, we can use it, open it directly from Teams, and work together with our colleagues using one version. Because here, versioning, it's by default. Approval, it's a new feature. You can create approval from Teams. I will show you that later. Then, yeah, sharing with guests. So if you put a file with your team, you can share it. It's by default shared with your Team's guests. So you don't need to share them using email or using links. No, just type a chat message and to let them know that you share something. And meeting recordings. Currently, they saved on SharePoint Online or OneDrive. Depends when you click that record button. It's a great feature, because if you record your meetings with your customer, maybe for training purposes, they are by default stored in your Teams storage, Teams file section, so you don't need to do anything. They're just ready to use if you need them later. And yeah, one governance model, because if you store all your files for marketing, the media files, images, PSD files, etc., in one place in SharePoint, in Teams, so it's in SharePoint behind it. So your IT can manage all those files, put some security policies, maybe some labels on those files, so they can easily protect them from loss, backup them, etc. So you don't need to think about that. It's by default. And even if for some reason someone delete some very important file, you can restore it for 93 days. So it's not that just like classic share that you click delete and it's gone, and panic mode is enabled. Okay, that feature about approvals. Currently, you can go. there's a dedicated application called Approvals. And if you install it in your Teams, then this app will be available in the left-hand menu. So you can quickly go there, create new approval request, type something, blog post approval. I can send it to myself. Yeah. Attach a file only from my computer. Oh yeah, OneDrive is here. That's a change. Come on. Let's say, yeah, this one, why not? And send. And that's it. So you can quickly create approvals for your documents or some for tasks, and the assigned user will get this kind of message with link to document with some comments, and simply can approve that or reject. So it's by default very easy to use. You don't need to send emails and ask for approval or create custom dedicated Power Automate flows to to work with approvals. No, just a few clicks and you send approval and get information if it's approved or rejected. And you can find all your approvals in this new approvals application. Yep, and yeah, there's even information in activity feed. So there's new approval, or approval is waiting, or rejected, approved, etc. Okay, few words about tasks. Yeah, we have Planner and To Do. So two tools currently they are integrated with Teams and integrated together. So now you don't need to think which tool you should use. You can use Planner for to make it more visual, to work with visual Kanban style, and from To-Do list you can simply check what's your task for today and work with those tasks. About 2 years ago, Planner was very limited. It wasn't integrated with other services, and it wasn't the best tool to work with tasks in Teams or in Microsoft or Office 365 that time. But currently, it's integrated with To Do. It's a very huge difference, and I see that more and more customers use Planner as main tool for tasks. It's not dedicated for huge projects, for IT projects, no, but it's a best or even perfect tool for marketing, for maybe sales, for that kind of stuff. If I go to my marketing team, I created, yes, this Planner, very basic. It's easy to use. I just click new task, assign it to someone, and that's it. If it's simply drag and drop. And the best stuff about this Planner is that I can see it. It's a visual tool. I can see the buckets. If there's something red, it means that it's delayed. If I go to charts, I can one simple chart. I can see if there's any late tasks, in progress, postponed, etc. I can see how many tasks are assigned to each specific user, who is or maybe overloaded with tasks, and I can't finish them in time, and there's some late tasks. It's very easy to use, great great charts and board style, so you don't need to work with huge list and filter, search, etc. Of course, if you want list type, list view mode, it's here. If I want to, let's say, put a presentation down, so it's done, and it will be hide from this one. So it's easy to use, and I recommend to use Planner for that kind of work. If you work with marketing tasks, some scheduling, materials, internal work. It's very good tool to use and to start with that kind of tools. You don't need to maybe Jira, maybe some other tools, huge tools to create tasks, manage tasks. No, start simple, and if you need more, then you can switch. If not, it will be enough for sure. Okay, and let's go to the best part, I think. So applications and automation. For applications, there's App Store, Teams App Store, huge store with with hundreds, about 900 applications are currently available. Of course, we have a lot of application, and every single Power Platform application is here. So you can use Power Apps, you can use Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power BI inside Teams. So using this application, you can build a lot of stuff inside. You can use out of the box features like ready to use apps from Power Apps, maybe some Power Automate template, but you can easily build a lot of stuff using these four apps. But of course, there is something more. There is Dataverse, so it's this database behind Power Platform that you can use inside Teams. So you can create your Power App application for marketing, for some registration forms, and store data inside this Dataverse. And bots, yeah. Power Virtual Agent is a great tool to start with because it's very easy to use. So you can use it to work with your colleagues or work with external people to allow them to find information quickly. And you can use, of course, other applications like Stream to store your videos. It's a great tool. You don't need to put your marketing videos for internal purposes to YouTube. Now you can store them in Stream and watch from Stream. And Forms. It's a very great tool to create forms to gather feedback from users, but also from people from the internet. Because currently, if you need to create a webinar and send some registration form from users, you can use Forms. And I will show you in a moment how you can quickly use Forms and gather information from Forms about some online event and send it to Teams. And of course, there's a lot more application like Adobe Creative Cloud. So you can connect Adobe Creative Cloud in your team and work with your Adobe files. You can use Google Analytics if you want to check how your pages perform. MakeLark, it's a great tool if you want to connect with Twitter, maybe with your shared mailboxes, and Facebook. It's very important. So you can get notifications from Facebook inside your Teams. MailChimp, the same, similar to MakeLark, but this time you will get information about your mail campaigns inside Teams. Yeah, cool. And of course, much more, because if I go to my Teams, there is apps in the left bottom corner of the Teams, and a lot of applications. Last time I checked, about 1 week ago, it was about 800 something. So a lot of applications. If you need something, let's say Adobe, yeah, Adobe Sign, Adobe Acrobat, Adobe Creative Cloud, so you can check if it's available and use it. There's even what? If you use HubSpot, it is HubSpot, but for Teams, there's a little trick, because connector from HubSpot to Teams, yeah, it's HubSpot provide that connector, but it costs about $20 per connector. So it's some number of notifications sent to Teams. So it's okay, but you must pay for it. So you pay for HubSpot, then you must pay for that connector. So it's I don't like that kind of ads. But what else? Twitter, is there anything for Twitter? No. Facebook, there's also no for Facebook. That's why we need to use third-party stuff like MakeClark. So MakeClark will connect to your Facebook account and send to Teams notification from your Facebook. So if someone type a comment on your Facebook page, so then you will get notification from that about that comment from Facebook. So you can go, of course, we have Power Platform and Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, Power Virtual Agents. So you can go and quickly, start doing some building some applications. If I go back to my marketing team, there's sample Power BI report, so you can easily embed it in Teams and work with this. So Power BI connector or application, provide filtering options, so I can quickly work the same way as in Power BI page. So the same features, the same functionalities. If I don't have access to this report, I won't be able to see this data. So it's you don't need to think about if you share something to people that shouldn't see that report. No, if they don't have permission, they won't be able to see this, use this. Yeah, they will see the tab, but not data inside. So just you can share and work with data. Yeah, it's very easy to use, and even you can click filter. It's work the same way as in the classic Power BI. If you want to create Power Apps, just type Power Apps and start. Yeah, Power Apps. And and if someone created for you these apps, you can simply add it to your teams, or you can start creating your own app. It's up to you. I have some, maybe some employees idea. Put it here, and it will be available in this specific team. Yeah, it's loading. Oh, come on, yeah. So if you already have some such application, you can quickly add it to your team, or even add to everyone's left-hand menu. It's up to you. Yeah, but the biggest part, I think, because application can use application, connect them with external world, but I love the automation part, because you can use Power Automate, and load code platform. You can connect Power Automate with Power Apps. You can use connectors from Power Automate to connect to external world, and use specific actions. Yeah, but why? And why should you use that? Because then you can create a tool to monitor social media activities. Yeah, if you need to check something on Twitter, you can use that automation, and you will get notification inside your team. You can create a content scheduling tool. So if you need to create some approvals for blog posts, video content, etc., so you can use it, create a simple list in Teams, and create content. And send it to approvals for specific people. Document approval, it's currently it's very easy to use, because simply create a new approval and it's done. It's using this new approval app. And of course, article and blog post approval processes, it's very easy to use. Okay, let me check something. Sentiment analysis, it's very interesting feature, requires some additional work, and probably more it will cost something, because we must use some additional features from Microsoft or from Microsoft 365 or even Azure services, but it's possible. I will show you something about that. And for automation, currently it's the, I think, main tool to create forms for webinars. It will be replaced by these new webinar features, but currently it's very easy to use and powerful tool. So yeah, we have some time. So let's switch to automation. So I will show you how to create and what you can get from this. So first, I will show you how to create a form. If you need form for your webinar, so the place where user will be able to sign up for your webinar, sign up for your event, on-site, online, whatever. So you can easily go type forms in your add a forms or build a form from your Office 365 page. Let's say M365 Warsaw meeting. Oh, come on. Yeah, I can add questions here. If I check it, webinar, no. Okay, let's stick to this one. Let's say text for first name, last name, etc. So I can create as many fields as I need with maybe some ratings, date selection, etc. I've just created that before our meeting, so it's called webinar 1. So it looks like this. So first name, last name, organization, job title, email address, like question. So you can add more if you need. It's up to you. And if I want and click share, there's a link. If I go and open it in a new page, yeah, it's very simple form, but that's okay. But if I want to create some automation, so I must go to Power Automate page and use templates, because there is one template for forms. And where is it? Yes, record form responses in SharePoint. So all you need to do is click that template, click continue to now connect with forms in SharePoint, and select your one of your available forms. I will use this one, forms, and select again here, and I can save my responses to SharePoint. Okay, so I can go and select my webinar list. I created that list before. As a title, I can create a title. What title? It was first name, last name. For organization, so simply pick a fields from this content, from these micro office forms. Job title. Where's job title? Email. Come on. Email and questions. Save, and that's it. In fact, I just only select few fields, and if I go, yes, and there's a list called webinar. I delete. I remove that test. Yeah, so it's an empty list. If I go to my form and fill it. Here's some fake address and no comments, and click submit. That's it. But it should. Okay, where is it? Not working. It's not working. Of course, because I messed a little. Sorry. Too many test forms. Yeah, this one is correct. Yeah, too many test forms and with similar names. So again, because I connected that one. So okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. And some comments, no comments, and submit. And that's it. So when people from the internet submit their data, click submit. So I, in my marketing team, I will get a new entry in my list with first name, last name, all fields provided by the user. So it's very easy to use. That flow is from templates, so you can provide some information. You need to create a form with fields, create a list when you want to save data, and create that simple flow in Power Automate. It will take you about 10 to 15 minutes, and you will get this automation in place and ready to use. And it's pretty fast. It starts when a new submission is saved, and do something. In this time, I save entries in my list in my team. So you can use it to gather information in one place. You don't need to switch to Excel, check Excel, export, import. No, just monitor your list in your teams, and that's it. And if you filter by emails, it's, I think, very common practice. If you monitor who will want to watch your webinar, from time to time, some your competitors may submit for your webinars, and then you can simply filter that kind of competitors, and remove them or reject the application for your webinar. And for marketing, I see that it's very common use case to create form for webinar, for online events, for on-site events. Currently it's not so popular, but even now it's frequently used. And store information inside one place, inside list, maybe with some additional categories, etc., inside teams. Okay, the second part, the second automation that's very commonly used for marketing is Twitter automation. Unfortunately, we can't connect to Facebook directly. We can only use third-party tools or specific API, so it's more complex. But for Twitter, it's very easy to use. If we go to flows to templates, okay, we have a few more minutes, okay, and yeah, Twitter. And this ready-to-use template, save tweets that include a specific hashtag to a SharePoint list. Of course, you must provide credentials for your Twitter account, so it must connect to your Twitter account and to read tweets. And the only things that we need to do is provide some hashtag, let's say our automate, then this list probably, and select our team, select maybe this one. No, this one. This one. Select our SharePoint list and provide title, tweet title, maybe some tweet description, so we can select all these properties from this pane, and that's it. When you save and someone create a tweet with this hashtag, it will be saved to your SharePoint list. But what you can do also, you can create, there's a Teams action, so you can post message in chat or channel. So you can simply select your Flowbot and post in channel. I will use my marketing, come on, my mouse, marketing, and let's say Twitter, tweet text. That's it. Yeah, very easy to use. So when someone create a new tweet with this hashtag, it will be posted to your marketing team to this Twitter channel. So you will get notification about that tweets. But of course, you can do much more. I will show you one of my latest automation. This one. This one. Not this one. Sorry. This one. Yeah, so I created a tweet that gather information from with Power Platform hashtag and save it to my SharePoint list. That's okay. But I also created one more flow that read that Twitter tweet message, detect language. It's additional feature to Power Automate called AI Builder. It's you must pay for it, so it's not included in this Office or Microsoft 365 licenses. So it's add-on to Power Automate, Power Apps. Then I can analyze positive or negative sentiment of that tweet, and at the end, yeah, it's this. Yeah, it should be in general. I removed that one. Oh no. Yeah, it's there. Too many tabs. So I created a simple list. Yeah, tweet text, tweeted by, location, tweet time. Okay. So lots of Power Automate tweets. But I check language. Currently, it's I changed the I messed up with my columns. Okay, so I could check the language, so it's in English, Spanish, Japanese, etc. And then my Power Automate check the sentiment of that tweet. If it's neutral, it's okay because it's no emotion. Positive, that's good. But if it's negative, it's something, but it's Japanese, so I don't know if it's true or not. But I can check, positive in English. Okay, it's positive text, positive. So I can quickly monitor, but this negative in Japanese. Okay, I can't check it. I don't speak Japanese. But if it's English tweets, only English tweets, or your language tweets, and you have this sentiment as neutral, it's okay. But if it's negative, so you can filter only negative tweets and check that list. There's only a few. This one maybe someone complains about something about power apps. Yeah, so you can check if it's negative sentiment. If someone is negative to you, someone is complains about your services on Twitter or something like that, and responds quickly. You don't need to read every single tweet, or you can use the same technique to check emails. So you don't need to do this for every single email or tweet. Just do some automation and check only those selected as negative, because it's probably something wrong with this message. Of course, it's not 100% perfect. It's sometimes it's assigned it not correctly, but it's only you need to check only those checked as negative, so it's much less work. Okay, and more few minutes. So the last one, very popular, and for marketing, it's I think top one for every single project. So it's content scheduler, content approval process or list or tool. So it depends, of course, from company to company. It's different types, different fields. But I created a very simple list in Teams. Content scheduler. It's even a default template for this. If you go to lists, where's lists? Yep. Create a list, and where is it? This one. Content scheduler. It's not perfect, but you can start from this one and customize it for your needs. So if I need to manage my content process, marketing, content in marketing, every marketing department has its own process, a lot of different type of contents. Let's say this is one, some blog posts, videos, maybe social media posts, and mostly it requires some approval process, because it's not that I can post anything on my company Twitter and be happy. No, it requires some approval process. So I can create a new blog post about something, some description. Yeah, new blog. I want it's draft. Yeah, some date. It must be published probably on the 1st, and it's a blog post. I can provide some attachment, attach the blog post content here and save it. Yeah, it's draft, needs approval. And I created a small flow. This one. So when this new things, new content approval, new content scheduler item is created, then I do some magic inside this flow. So gather some information about that, and create approval process in Power Automate for that specific item, and post adaptive cards, so post approval to Teams, to my marketing team. It should trigger in a minute. It's in a second, in fact. Yeah, as you can see on this content scheduling channel, a new message appeared. Approval process for new blog post with some information. Yeah, so I can approve or reject it directly from my marketing channel. Or if I go to my activity feed, I can also do this using my approvals application. So it's up to me, but sending it to Teams channel, it's a good idea, because every single member of that marketing team can approve or reject. So it's not about me. There won't be any queues, delays. Just if I have time, I can read it. If it's okay, I can approve. If not, reject. If I click approve and submit and go back to my content scheduler, yeah, its status is changed to ready to publish. It's quite easy. In Flow, it might look a little bit complicated, but it's for tests, so I made some shortcuts, but it's quite easy, really. Create approval process. If you are familiar with Power Automate, it shouldn't be a problem. And send a message to Teams. It's very good. It's very great action to send something to Teams and wait for response. And because of that, if I go back to my posts, yeah, this approval is approved. So if someone else come to this channel and read messages, so yeah, this one is approved, but this one, no, it's waiting. So I might probably reject that one. So content scheduler is, yeah, number one in in my every single marketing project in Teams. Everyone wants that because currently they use different tools, but there's no approvals, so they must know. They use emails and it's not good, some lists, but manual process, etc. So no, you can quickly and really to create that content scheduler with this out-of-the-box list template and simple approval process in Power Automate. In 2 hours, it's done, and you can post information in Teams. Okay, guys, that's all from my side. I spent almost all of my time. So if you have any question, please